El Clasico Sunday is just around the corner, and it's Kylian Mbappe up against Lamine Yamal. Also, Barcelona up against Real Madrid. Here's a preview of the game. My name is Ayomide Daniels, and this is the Nutmeg here on GuardianTV. Yes, you're welcome to a fresh edition of the Nutmeg. I'm joined as usual by Kay and Hogan, and it's one of the biggest games to look forward to in the football calendar. And of course, Real Madrid taking on Barcelona, both teams in varying form, picking up victories in the last game, but Real Madrid 2 points ahead of Barcelona at the time. They're sitting at the summit of the standings right now. And what have you made about the start that Real Madrid, for instance, have made this season, Kay?
Well, like you mentioned, both teams are looking to, okay, how do I consolidate on the very good start, I would say, for both teams, actually. And for Real Madrid, at a time like this, I think Mbappe now starting to, finally hits the ground running, of course, right there at Real Madrid, and looks like, okay, now it's ready.
Why do you mean finally hit the ground running? I think he had a very good season.
Yes, even last season.
Individually last season.
Sure. But I think
he's just picking up from where he left off.
Yes, it's more like now looking like the Mbappe we are used to, And as it's where now, I think Real Madrid, obviously, they wouldn't want to slip up. But the thing with El Clasico is that you are not so sure who carries the day.
But okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think that if you can find a way to nullify Kylian Mbappe, you can get away around Real Madrid? Most of the games that they won, which of course they've been winning, have been very influenced by Mbappe. Is that he gets a goal or he gets an assist? So do you think that if they can if for instance Barcelona as a flick can find the solution to the Kylian Mbappe problem, they stand a chance of winning?
Yeah, a very good one. El Clasico has never been shy of, standout performers. Go way back, to the day we have Di Stefano and even Kubala for Barcelona. At the time it was Ronaldo and of course Lionel Messi. Now we've got a new breed of, players. Mbappe is someone if you're able to keep Mbappe short, then of course you have done, let me say like 60% of the job in shutting down, because the current Real Madrid attack looks like he's the one carrying it. Vinicius has not been the same Vinicius these days. He's more like the quiet type, praying I don't know how to even describe it.
Or at least just backing up.
I think that's the right word. So I think if you're able to shut down Kylian Mbappe, you've done a good job at actually silencing the Real Madrid attack. Okay,
let me hear from Hogan about Barcelona. Barcelona coming from a derby victory against Girona, and that will give them confidence going into this one as well. But there are problems, obviously. The high line is a well-documented problem, and you have Kylian Mbappe who's hungry. And then there's Vinicius Jr., who's also an expert in running in behind as well. But Barcelona just 2 points off the top. Real Madrid are the only ones. If they win, they go one ahead of Real Madrid. But so far, what have you made of their start as well?
It's a good start for Barcelona, as it were. I think they just continue from where they stopped last season. Last season, they won the league, but they were cut short in other competitions like the Champions League, as it were. But the consistency has been key for them. But for this season, before the international break, they've had a couple of injuries. Lamine did not play the last game.
But he came back against Girona?
Yes. But so Rafinha and the likes of them, so they were just watching from the stand. But as a flick has tried as much as possible to make sure that team is not structured to one player. Making sure that every player that comes in, even as the feeders team, when you have the opportunity to come into the first team and you play, you just play perfectly. There is this new players that he brought in to just from La Masia that is playing Lamine's role, and the guy is just playing as if sometimes if you do not look closely, you don't know that this is not Lamine.
I think La Masia, they found a way to replicate talent.
Yes, they just replicate it.
But something that's concerning that happened also before the international break is the 4-1 loss against Sevilla.
That was shocking.
Now Real Madrid are going to watch that. They're going to watch that and feel we can actually do a job against Barcelona. There are weak points. Obviously, even Sevilla can defeat Barcelona 4-1 and they couldn't provide so much of an answer. But Marcus Rashford doing his thing, missing some chances as well. they're going to feel that they could probably get something out of that game, maybe even 3 points. But what can Barcelona do to ensure that they get right on top in the contest?
Okay, so definitely there is no particular structure or style of play that does not have its own
deficiencies.
Yeah. So I feel that's the default of Barcelona's structure, definitely. Ever since they sold their centre back, there was centre back that was
Inigo Martinez.
Yes, Martinez. Ever since they sold him, the defense line has not been that packed, as it were. Yes, they like to play eye line so that they can keep many of the players offside. But definitely, the other coaches too, they're also looking for a structure to actually make sure that their own attackers too do not find themselves offside. If you check Kylian Mbappe's last goal, against the
break line pass.
Yes, it was a break line pass, and it was looking like he was offside, but at the end of the day,
he wasn't.
Someone had already kept him on. You understand? And he just turned and scored the goal. So right now for Barcelona, what I feel they need to do is that it has to be a man-man marking. I don't know. I am not the coach, but I believe that as a flick knows what.
Yeah, this suggested tactics. But you look at what happened in the last El Clasico. I think one of them last season. I think it was a record number of times that Mbappe fell into the offside trap. And I just feel that's a major talking point going into this one on Sunday.
Yeah, because Martinez was there. But this time, there is no Martinez. So
you're saying you don't trust Araujo and Kubasi to do the job?
Kubasi does well, but Araujo...
He scored the winning goal against Girona, by the way.
Yes, coming in as a substitute. I believe that the confidence is not even on him enough from as a flick.
Well, if we're looking at it from the start point, these guys have met over 300 times, but as it stands, Barcelona still carries the edge in terms of head-to-head. And of course, the goals as well, like I said, Barcelona, having the edge as regards them. But right now, we are looking at this particular world. This is a team, I'm talking of Real Madrid now. This season, they actually look like they want to regain the crown, and of course, Hansi Flick also looking at, okay, we can't allow this to happen, guys, and all that. With Barcelona, the problem I've seen so far is that the team has not been able to really play as they would want it. Injuries has been, very disruptive for the team. But for Real Madrid, they've enjoyed quite a leverage in that regard. At least their last 4 games, I think they've had a very similar lineup, compared to Barcelona. This might be one of the things we should also look out for. And I'm not even so sure that Lamine Yamal would want to play 90 minutes in that game, because it looks like he's not really fully fit.
He will want to play even when he's not fully fit.
Yeah, I know. But even against the game against Girona was one of the problems. If you see that game, that was when they removed himself and what's his name, Pedro. The loophole was there. They were not able to attack the way they were as usual.
All right, guys. So of course we'll see the El Clasico happen on Sunday, as we have discussed. But so far so good. 9 games played, 8 wins for Madrid, 7 wins for Barcelona. Who will pick up the next win? Or do you see this ending a draw? This is prediction time, guys.
I think Olga should go first.
Well, I see Real Madrid taking this one home because of the injuries that Barcelona are facing right now. And the last time they met, Barcelona took the point. I believe that Madrid should want to.
I think the last 3 fixtures has gone Barcelona's way.
Yes, so I see Madrid winning this because Xabi Alonso will want to put something.
Yeah, it's a good way to start.
I don't know. I'm kind of lost in between now, but I am so sure this cannot be a draw. One person wins.
I think it's a draw.
I doubt it. One person wins this. I would have to go for Real Madrid as well.
Go for Real Madrid. I go for a draw. Tell us what you go for in the comment section right here on YouTube, and also you can be part of the community by hitting the subscribe button and also tapping the notification bells to get all our laytest content. Thank you very much for watching this edition. Thank you very much, Kay and Hogan, for being a part of the show. My name remains Ayomide Daniels. Thank you for having me. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.